Hey guys, welcome back. What did I tell everyone in the last 2 or 3 videos when it comes to selling your portfolio into this stock market? I said that I thought it wasn't a good idea. Now, I'm not a financial professional, can't tell you what to do, when to do it, how to do it, but these are my opinions in that you should have been buying this dip. So what did we see today? We saw Donald Trump say, hey, we're going to put tariffs on pause. We're going to put tariffs on pause for 90 days so that we can negotiate a better deal for the United States. And what happened? As soon as he tweeted that, which I said was going to happen eventually in a week or two, and guess what? It happened the day I released this video today. Not this one I'm recording, but I released a video talking about how he was going to probably send out a tweet and the market was going to rally, a ton. And it did. The NASDAQ's up, I think, 11%. I think the SPY's up 8%. NASDAQ's always going to outperform to the upside or the downside, whatever's going on from an economic perspective. But that's what happens. I guarantee you that thousands and thousands of people, after they saw all these Facebook posts and Twitter posts and blue sky posts to sell your portfolio, I bet you thousands of people sold their portfolio 2 days ago when the VIX was at its height and they sold at the lows. They sold at the lows and got all emotional. And now look, the QQQ is up 11%. Tesla is up 22%. It was trading at 230. Now it's trading at 275. That is how the market works. If you get emotional and sell out at the lows, you will regret it. All right, this is what America and the world is about prospering. Countries are not going to let prosperity go over pride. Maybe China, okay? China, they still got pride in front of them, and it's going to burn them. At the end of the day, it's going to burn them because everyone else around them is going to negotiate with Donald Trump, and they're going to figure out the whole tariff situation and the trade that needs to happen. And then there you have it. You'll have China as the last holdout. And I bet you eventually they will figure it out as well. All right. It's called business. You don't get emotional when it comes to business. That is my advice again this week, today. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did you sell out? Were you buying? I sure was. I was buying, I bought Nvidia at, I think it was $87 a share. It's trading at like $106 a share. I bought AMD for 78 bucks, under $150 billion market cap, I think. It's trading at like 95 now. What's that, a 20-point move? I bought quite a bit too of that AMD. I've got some decent sized position on these AI stocks. Now, there was a golden opportunity to get in on the AI revolution when the market's down 20%. And now it's, I don't know, it's only down, I think, 14% from the all-time highs. So that was very quick. You have to know when to execute in this world. And that was an opportunity 2 days ago to do so. Now, I didn't throw in all my money. I nibbled. I like to nibble. Nibble here, nibble there. Always take advantage of what you can when these markets are just irrational. That's what happens. Markets get irrational. Algorithms get irrational. People get irrational when it comes to their money. And they sell out on great opportunities. And that's what you're seeing. That's why you're seeing this market rally 10, 11%. That's an insane move. I haven't seen a move like this, I guess maybe since the pandemic, back in March of 2020, there were moves kind of like that, but I don't even know if I ever saw an 11% move. That's a huge move. Sometimes you see the 5 to 6% moves here and there, but 11%, that's massive. I mean, every one of these stocks is up like 20%, and that's just crazy to me. And that just proves that, hey, dumb money sold to smart money. That's what happened. And all these people that sold out, they're looking out today and they're like, what just happened? What just happened? You know, should I get back in? Should I put my portfolio back into play? They can't even do that. If you're in, like, let's say a 401k or a Roth IRA that's a cash account, you have to wait like 2 days for your cash to even clear. You can't even make a new trade because you don't even have your cash on hand because it's still waiting for clearing. So it just goes to show you that do not get your emotions involved in the stock market. If you're emotional, don't be in it, because that's what's going to happen. Is it's going to flip on you right when you sell the market. I bet you there were people today, that sold their entire portfolio on the open. And then 1 hour later, it goes up 20% for some of these stocks. Could you imagine if you were out there, if you sold your entire, I don't know, $400,000 portfolio and you just missed out? And what would that be? Let's say 10% move. You just missed out on $40,000 because you were scared of the world. And you probably listened to some YouTuber, doom and gloomer, talking all this BS about how the world is ending because of Donald Trump's tariff threats. That's all they are. They're threats at the end of the day. Now, are some of those threats being activated? Sure, like this whole China 125%. He's not messing around, guys. He's not. He's a businessman. He's going to take risks. That's what you have to do in this life, is take risks. No risk, no reward. That's how it works. And people elected him. Millions of people elected Donald Trump to take these risks. And that's what he's doing. And so that's what it's going to be. If you want to get wealthy in the world like he wants the U.S. to get back to, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take some risks, and we'll see if the rewards come out. Now, you know, could the market sell into this 11% move by the QQQ? For sure. You know, there are a lot of people who probably are still fearful and who are going to take advantage of this pop and sell their entire portfolio. However, I think that's a mistake. Okay, we're on the cusp of the AI revolution. I think that's a huge mistake. You had an opportunity to get some steal deals on these stocks, on these great company names, that you may never get a chance for that. You know, we had like, what, 2 or 3 days where we had a chance to get these great deals, and now it may be over. We don't know. You know, we got 90 days until this next tariff expiration hold comes into play, and I guarantee you by that time, most countries will have figured it out with the United States. Maybe not China, maybe not, you know, 1 or 2 other countries, maybe not Canada. I don't know why they wouldn't figure that out. But yeah, that's the thing. Take advantage of opportunities. You have to be ready to execute. You have to position yourself to take advantage of opportunities. Meaning, you need to have some cash set on the sideline at all times, no matter what. You need to continually try to build up your cash position. For when the opportunity arises, you can execute, plan, strategize, and execute. That is the name of this game. That is the triangle. I've got a video coming out next week. The triangle of a wealthy life is planning, strategizing, and executing. And that's what you have to do. All right. So, you know, hopefully you guys were able to take advantage of the last 2 or 3 days of volatility where the markets were just selling off and selling off. Let me know in the comments below if you were able to take advantage of it, and what'd you buy? You know, did you get yourself some Nvidia, some AMD shares, maybe some Tesla shares, Microsoft, Google, all these great companies. I also bought too, I didn't mention, I bought Apple. I added to that position. I think I mentioned that in a video earlier this week, but I added like, I don't know, maybe only 8 shares, something like that. You know, it's kind of pricey stock. And plus, I already have a decent amount of shares. I don't need to go crazy on it. But that's a quality company. It's not going anywhere. You know, at the end of the day, Tim Cook, he'll figure out how to reposition his company. And that's what this 90 days is really all about. He's like saying to companies and countries, yo, you got 90 days to figure it out, guys. You know, Apple, you got 90 days to go and find a new place to build your iPhones. I hope it's in the United States, you know, whatever it is. But that's what it is we're not messing around anymore. The United States is not messing around, and we want to be able to sell our products to other countries. That's what we want to do. Everyone should be able to do that. You know, we should be able to sell our products into China. They never let us do it. You always got to have 50% of your manufacturing in that country to be able to even, you know, sell into that country, except for Tesla. They're the only ones who have a plant where they have 100% ownership, and that's because Elon Musk is a baller. He knows how to negotiate. He knows what a country needs, okay? So this is more of just like a kind of a rant video, you know, kind of just saying that, hey, pay attention to what people are saying out there. There are many other YouTubers that are saying the same thing. Do not sell your portfolio. Take advantage of this situation. I've seen Jeremy LaFave say it time and time again over the last couple weeks, because these opportunities don't last very long. They don't. And so you got to be ready to take advantage of it and make a move. So, and you know what? There'll be other opportunities in the future. So if you didn't take advantage of this move, if you weren't positioned, hey, now is the time to save and save and save for that next opportunity. You know, and still, there are still some decent deals out there right now. You still have some window of time because, you know, at the end of the day, this tariff pause, it could change on a dime and the market could tumble down. So you still got opportunities in the future. And if, you know, if the markets end up rallying to all-time highs, just start positioning yourself for that next big drop, because it'll happen again, and then you'll be ready to take advantage of it. So save your cash, you know, grow your skills, build up your income, etc., etc. Make some moves and cancel some subscriptions if you have to. You know, stop spending your money. Stop going on Convenient Street. Make your lunches, brown bag it. All these things come into play in order for you to position yourself for the next downturn, because it'll happen again. And then when you've done your due diligence and your homework and you've saved your money, you'll be able to buy the dip and nibble, 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 all the way down to where, oh, a tweet comes out and it goes up 10%. That's the way it works, guys. So I feel bad for all the people who sold. Well, do I feel bad? Not really, because they're just emotional. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, you got to be long-term in this market. That's the way this game works. Patience is what pays off at the end of the day. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed the rant, the video, and everyone have a great day. Take a look at my previous video if you could. Thanks, guys. Bye.